Yeah, I don't know.
The dictionary.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Ian. And we're facing a new way because we love sharing all aspects of our studio, all aspects of our lifts with you. We hope the lighting conditions are as consistent and our wardrobe.
Just kidding.
Wardrobe is a little bit more
they're not here right now
today. We'll be on some of our points, on our toes, and we might even wiggle our nose. No, I can't commit to that. But we'll do some hulas. Let's start with our feet quick. If we started in parallel, little quick ballet warm-up to the demi point of the foot of the ball.
Whoops.
Point the toe, and with caution and control, flex over toes. Point, full ball of the foot, return the heel. Before we switch feet, dorsiflex that ankle, pulling up to the shin, cramp those glutes in the straw. Place that foot to the ground. Repeat the other leg, ball of foot, hugging center, pointing, flexing, or bending toes, to the point, to the ball of the foot, to down, and when the heel contacts, dorsiflex on the ankle, pulling the foot to the shin. Place that on the ground. Last repetition, ball of foot, pull together, point, flex, breathe, point, ball of the foot and the pinky mound, and then the heel, and then our dorsiflexed ankle for 3, 2, place heavy. Final repetition, pull through the floor, ball of foot, to point, to flex, to point, pinky ball to, and pull
pinky ball
down.
To.
Pull down. Don't forget that pinky. It's important.
It is.
It's important. We'll do a couple different things today. Squats from narrow as well as squats from our ballet positions. So from our parallel, could be spin on the heels and just explore our first position. Heavy feet in the floor, driving down and away. Kneecaps that are pulled up, butt cheeks that are squeezed, ribs that are down. And let's just breathe for 4. 4 breaths of 4 seconds. Exhale.
And breathing into that belly. Fill it big.
One more. And before we switch, let's brace the abs, squeeze the bum, stiffen legs, and then tendu or point to the second position. At this place, send energy out into the floor, grounding through the feet, stiffening through the knees, squeezing through the butt, bracing through the core. And again, let's breathe for our 4 repetitions. Maintain tension through the glutes, breathing in 3, 2, 4 seconds in. 4 second exhale. 4 second in. Exhale over 4 seconds. 2 more repetitions. And last one. Point a leg, pull it in, come back to parallel, and let's explore the toes. Could we find our first 2-footed balance here on 2 feet? Grab onto a partner, or not, or a wall for some balance.
That was tricky.
That was fancy, I like it. Stay together in your straw, stiffen the kneecaps, and 10 seconds to lower. 10, 9, straighten your kneecaps, 6, 5, 4, heavy feet on the floor. Let's pivot on the heels, spinning to first.
Oops.
Same deal here, send energy down into the ground as we find our first balance. And hang up here again for 5, 4, squeeze your butt, stiffen the kneecaps, and now 10 seconds pulling those heels together. In 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Point open to that second or sumo stance. Cramp up the glutes by sending energy down into the floor and drive down to go up. Push those middle ankle bones forward, squeeze the butt cheeks, brace the core, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and then pull those heels down. This is a tough one for me. I need to really take my time with stiff knees as my heels go to the floor. Point.
Point.
Close. And then in.
Shake it.
Do some heel toe walks in a second. Let's catch up with that head neck. I'll get to a low position. Please stay standing.
Please stay standing.
You could kneel, sorry, too. Looking straight ahead. Excuse me. Looking straight ahead. Very subtle, very slow. Do a yes action or an exaggerated yes action of chin to the ceiling and pull the chin into the sternum. Top knots to the ceiling. Super slow one more time. Extension of the neck, looking up, and then flexion of the neck, pulling the chin or the crown high. Very low intensity, a side bend, and pull to the other side. Keep the face facing forward. And nice and control. One more time, lateral bend this way, and then next. Return to center. Lastly, add our rotation. Top knots to the ceiling. Grow in that rotation as you look over a shoulder and return to center. Top knots to the ceiling. Pull the crown of your head high as you rotate and return to center. And final repetition. Chin stays in. Grow tall. Rotate to center. And return last time to the other side. Grow tall. Center. We'll come back to the head and neck in a second. What's our first funny, silly, awesome walk here, Lauren? What should we got? What do we got?
All right. Let's point our one foot forward. Articulate through the toes down.
Looking straight ahead.
Bend the ball of the foot. Just like to make sure they're still there.
It's hard, I know.
Push up onto both feet. Find a balance in this way now. 3, 2, let's lower both. And then take that back foot, bend it, point it through, articulate. Don't look down, they're still there. Articulate through the toes, up to both. Control the down. We might add a little bit here. Bend the toes, point through, up to both. Don't 100% transfer, but think about transferring that load to your front foot. 3, 2, then come down on both again. Bend through the back toes. Last one, point up to both. Am I still there? Yeah. Think about transferring weight to that front foot. Not 100% yet. Think about it. Back foot stays down. And then slow, lower down. Shake it out.
Stay standing.
Can you imagine where that's going?
Same thing regarding our head and neck, but adding on.
Adding on.
Rotation first. Chin in, crown high. Add a rotation. Gently scrape that collarbone, returning to center. Extend to look straight forward. Grow tall. Add our rotation the other direction. And again, trace the collarbone to the sternum or center. Extend to look straight ahead. Repeat our rotation, growing tall as we rotate, then tracing towards the ceiling to center, pull the crown on high, add our rotation, gently gazing up, towards up, pull the chin on. One more time. Rotation, scrape low, return center, look straight. Rotation, scrape low, center, pull on straight. Rotation, high, pull to center, stay tall. Rotation, trace high, center, chin on straight, relax. Silly walk, set 2.
Let's progress that. Maybe that was enough for you. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, we will transfer our weight. Point, look up. Articulate that foot up to both. Shift your weight forward. Find a balance on that foot confidently. 3, 2, stay on that single leg. Slowly lower. Good. Take the back leg, point it through. Up to both. Control the transfer. Take your time. Squeeze the glute. Stay in your straw. 100% transfer. Hold. Slow lower.
I need my
Step
wall.
through.
I need my
Point.
balance apparatus here.
Up to both. Transfer to the front. It really helps to look at one object that's not moving. Slow down. Last one. Point. Up to both. Transfer, hold, control, down. Ooh.
One last time, head necks. Figure 8 patterns here. Figure 8. Start by flexing the spine at the neck, chin to sternum. Trace the collarbone looking over the shoulder. Look up towards the ceiling. Return to center. Pull down and go the other way. I'm not sure if that's a figure 8, but that's what we're going to stick with today. I'm sorry.
I see it.
Looking down.
I'm drawing it with my nose.
Chin up. Center. Return to the center. And then for the last time, just alternate our direction. This time extend. Then rotate slowly. And scrape as we do, casually sniffing, scraping through that armpit. Then we'll look up, safely, fully extending the neck. And then I'm going to look over towards Lauren. And then nice and slow, sniffing through my arm, at my armpit, and returning to tall. From this position, we get into shoulders. Soft elbows is fine, arms down low. Shoulder blades first. Shrug shoulders up slow, drive forward, pull low, and retract. Shrug, roll, pull low, retract. Now pull low, drive forward around, shrug, retract, low, drive forward, shrug up, retract. Open up towards our side. Think about being a clothes hanger. Shape of a clothes hanger. At this place, same thing, gently shrug shoulders up, round forward, pull down, retract. Shrug, forward, down, retract. Now down and forward, up, retract, down, forward, up, retract. Return the arms low. Funny walk, silly walk, one more.
Okay.
Do it. Let's do it.
Get out of my runway.
I'm out of the runway. You always encroach on my runway, though. Step forward just a little bit. Okay, what if I go here? There, this will work. This will work.
Heel, roll to my favorite. Heel, roll to toe, hold it. Stay on the toe as the next heel strikes. Heel, roll to toe. Stay on the toe, heel. Take your time. If you go fast, you're cheater pants. Slow. Use that balance aid as needed, or is that second foot just to tap down a little bit. 1 or 2 more steps. See, you made me go so far forward, you wanted me to walk out of the camera.
Exit stage left there, Lauren.
Last one. Sorry, that was very poor.
No, we need you back here. We need you back.
Great. I'm back.
The calf, a huge stability muscle. It's not really for jumping, although it is, but it's for stability at that ankle. Quick spine waves in 3 different directions quickly, and then we'll get to the bar rather, and to do our hip bars from a standing position. But first, this part of our body being the rib cage, or we'll call it our T-spine. Set up your feet wider, And today I'd like to think about the London Eye, the Ferris wheel, drawing a circle in this plane of direction right here. To accomplish that, I would grip the floor like we did in the warm-up, squeeze my bum, light brace, and shift sideways. Pull the rib cage onto the hips as you shrink a little bit. Then slide sideways. Grow without shrugging and pull across the top. Repeat. Pull low, compressing through those abs. Across in a slide. Lift. Return center. Switch your direction. Excuse me, hiccup. Sideways shift. Yep. Pull low. Slide across. Grow across the top. Yep, pulling down on our abdominals, staying strong through the glutes. Yep. And then returning to center. Now without my cues, you at home, let's do a couple each way. Let's get going, just a couple. Couple more this way. And again, it doesn't matter if it looks like this, or like,
did you switch directions?
I did switch directions. If you hadn't switched directions, this is my hardest place right there. Yeah, I want to make more room right there.
That's cool.
Ah, there we go. We've been in the Ferris wheel. That's like entry level ride. Woo, we did okay that way. Now it's time for our roller coaster. In our roller coaster, let's start at the head and neck. Watch first. Flexing, pulling low, extending through, flexing, pulling, extending through. Okay, let's do that all together.
Whoops.
Squeeze your butt. Wide base of support might be helpful as well. Look straight ahead, top knots to the ceiling, and chin to the sternum. Pull, flexing through the spine and the rib cage as you pull through the abdominals, and then push your chest forward into extension. Nice. And then finish head, neck, and extension. And then pull the chin low. Flexing through the spine. Pushing our heart forward. Finishing with that head, neck. That was nice little one. Reminded me of that cue. Last one in this direction. Head, neck. Flex spine. Push forward. Pause. Now pull low. Your chin is flexed.
We're switching directions.
Your neck would then extend as you would go out front and pull. And then just at home, try a couple more in each direction here. This is the harder direction for me. Whew. Last one or two.
I think this looks pretty good.
Get that spine wave going. We're going to incorporate that low body in the coming weeks as well. And it doesn't matter if it moves like the worm or you just got to figure it out. Play with that and have some fun. Quick hip hulas and then into our hip bars on the chair wall. Let's open up to that second stance. And with straight legs, we'll do our gentle hula hoops. Push weight to that outside. Pull it around the back. Now my weight's over on this leg as I'll pull it around again. Making sure it's the hip sockets that are feeling that load and not the low back. Let's return to center and switch our direction. Out to the side, around the back, pull around, and again, last one. Towards out the back, pull around, and center. For one repetition, pull those heels together.
Did you go both ways?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't you?
Now I did.
Maybe I didn't say that.
Now I did.
My mistake.
Okay.
Gently pull the heels together to create tension as we descend into our squat plie. From here, same thing. 2 revolutions. This is my first and a half. I'm on to my second revolution there of my hips. And then I'm going to switch directions here. Scoop under, reach away, pull under. Final repetition here. Out to the side.
Sorry.
And
my legs started to
toes together.
toes together.
Wiggle it out. We'll grab our balance aid, like our chair here. And we'll get talking to those hips more specifically.
I'll talk.
Sure.
No, you talk about your hips.
I'll talk about hips, sure. Extend the leg with that dorsiflexed ankle. Having the, you okay?
Yeah, just stretching.
The heel could be near that toe in front.
I'll do side pro.
Okay. From this position, tall on that supporting leg, externally rotate in the hip, inseams forward, internally rotate. Repeat one more of each, external, internal rotation, and finish in the external. Cramp up the standing leg, reach that leg towards the side. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock lateral. Tall, roll in on the hip, and externally rotate. Keep the flashlights again facing forward. Roll in, roll out.
Make sure your ankle's not doing more than your hip.
And then roll in. And then with the roll in, I lift away from the floor just a little bit. And now just try to hide that leg behind you. Hide it behind you, hold it there for a second, pulling it into the straw, and then bring it underneath. Alternate legs, same thing other side. Leg out front, dorsiflex the ankle. Externally rotate, keeping the flashlights forward. Internally rotate on the hip. Roll out, stiffen the kneecap, roll in, and repeat one more rep of rolling out. Open to the side or that second position. At that place again, roll in on the hip. Stiffen the kneecap as you roll out. Tall on the supporting leg, rolling in and rolling out. And finish one more roll in.
Whoops.
With a roll in, we'll reach towards the back. And again, hovering off the floor. Maybe the chair's in the way for Lauren there. Hover, 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 hide in that straw, and bring a leg straight underneath. Is that okay?
Yep,
Okay.
great.
So last version of our hip bar here before we do a second round will be with a bent knee in 3 different positions again. Bend the knees so the quads can stay parallel. The hamstrings might be going crazy. If so, extend the knee that it feels easy, not easy, but safe and progressive for the ham. From this position, flex the hip, bringing the knee towards forward. Let's just hang out here for 5.
Should we have a flex
4,
foot, Ian, or
flex
a weird
foot, flex
halfway
foot, flex foot, not a ballet foot. I'm sorry, for 3, 2, get quads parallel and extend the knee. Bend the knee, same leg on the outside. Quads parallel, tall on the inside leg, and then reach out towards the side. Push the hips forward. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, and then slowly bring the leg in. When the legs touch, extend at the knee. Same to the back. Be careful that we don't overextend the lumbar, keeping the abs tight. Flex the knee, tight to the body, glute. Talk to your bum. Your hamstring's probably saying something. Talk to those hip pulsers for 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds. Relax by straightening the knee. Same thing other side. Tall on that supporting leg, quads, femur bones parallel. With control, flex, bend on the knee, and flex the hip. Stand tall. That dorsiflex ankle Lauren's showing there is the great one we want to emulate. And we'll hold for 3, 2, super slow, extend the hip, parallel quads, and then extension through the knee. Tall on that supporting leg, bend the knee. Lift away to the outside. Did you lift your hip? The hips stay level. We're reaching through the buttocks, the glutes, the butt cheeks there, and then slowly pulling in. Extending through the knee. Repeat last repetition to the back. Bend the knee, ribs to hips to safety for the lumbar. And again, talk to the glutes, the hips, the core as you push back, squeezing the stable leg, reaching back through the elevated one. And then just hold on your balance, Ian, and then gently, gently straighten the leg. Relax. While the hips are talking to us, Let's keep talking just a little bit more. Grab your apparatus of choice for balances you need, and let's put our feet in our first position, pivoting on heels to first. Don't care how low, but practicing 3 repetitions of our plie with our feet flat on the floor. Lauren's favorite cue is the toaster, and right now, that beam right here is going to be a toaster element, as will this window back here. And as Lauren does her first set of plies here, she will stay between the toaster, spreading those knees, and then up. Get burned by the toaster, Lauren, just once. Okay? Looking, feeling for the difference of keeping your head, shoulders, and hips stacked vertically. Feet in our first position. Pull the heels together to let the knees go out. Get to your safe low, push into the floor, straightening knees. Pull the heels together, keeping the ribs to hips to get in your safe low plie first, plie here, and then press, squeezing those legs together. Final repetition, pull the heels together to go low, drive energy away to stand up. Same from our second or ground position. How? Open up, pull the heels together to create tension and stability as we descend into our squat. From here, press energy down and out to stand up. Pull energy together, sitting to your safe low squat and driving energy down and away to stand. Pull together, final repetition, and drive to stand. Come to center and let things be loosey goose.
Floppy moppy.
Being floppy moppy, let's fold.
Let's fold.
Let's fold.
Starting at the top. Gently tuck your chin towards the chest. Next thing that's going to go is the top of that chest is going to roll forward. Continuing to roll yourself down towards the floor, flexing your spine as much as you can. Allowing that low back to flex too as you roll down. Oh, let's just hang out for 1 second. Little ragdoll here. Everything's kind of loose and in that upper body. Knees are trying to be straight. Sometimes I even just let my head and neck go here a little bit. And then we'll get to some work here. We'll walk ourselves out into our high plank position. Knees or toes. In your high plank position, hands are under your shoulders, head is neutral. Pull your shoulders down, engage your lats, brace your abs to take a punch, squeeze your butt, pull your kneecaps up, and keep holding all that tension together for 6, 5, 3, 2, soft down for a second. Oh, should we do a second one?
I think so.
Okay. The audience voted. Ready?
Yep.
Back up.
Modify what you need here.
Pull your shoulders down. Squeeze the butt. Brace the abs. Kneecaps up. Pull together. 5, 4, 3, 2. Try pushing your hips up and walking your hands towards your feet and coming back up through that ragdoll position. So roll or curl up, and then one vertebrae at a time with your abs. Start pulling yourself back up. All the way. Head is the last thing up to tall. Wow, it's raining.
I know. It's really raining.
Good thing I didn't bring an umbrella.
It's really raining. I know. I think our tech gear is going to stay here at the studio for today. Don't tell them. Okay.
Yeah.
One more time on the hip bar. This time, instead of holding the front, returning the ground, with a bent knee, a hip bar from front, side, back, side to front.
It's good for the garden.
You good on balance aids?
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of the rain.
Because I could use...
I'm great.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so use that balance aid again. Think of the hip control. We'll work on balance again in a second. Parallel quads, keep them parallel, and bend a knee. Not that easy, believe it or not. And the dorsiflex ankle like Lauren's showing. Flex the hip, bringing the knee towards high. Cramp our standing leg. Keeping the foot in narrow, extend the hip, reaching that knee towards our side. Reach up and around over this imaginary hurdle as we pull that knee into center. Hide it behind the other leg. And then bring the knees forward to parallel, return to an extended knee. Repeat the alternate direction of a knee flex, bend on the outside leg, extend through the hip, reaching back, open up out of that hip socket, keeping the hip super level. The foot stays underneath of the hip, the knee goes side, pull a foot to center, in the straw, extend brushing by the other leg. When the legs are parallel, straighten the knee. Other side, same thing. Tall night inside leg. Without flexing the hip, meaning knee, bringing the knee forward, bend the knee. So bend the knee, keeping quads parallel. Dorsiflex the ankle. Tall on the supporting leg. Flex the hip forward, pulling the foot towards the knee of the standing leg. Could it go a millimeter higher? Okay. Then extending the hip forward, reach the knee towards the side. Cramp up those glutes. Reach up and over this hurdle, out to the side or back, extension to the back, and pull that leg underneath. Hide it, hide it. Do I have one leg or two? And then my quads are parallel. I'll extend through my knee. Last time, core brace, flex through the knee, dorsiflex through the ankle. Cramp up your standing leg, extend your hip to the back, reach out and away from the body, keeping the foot underneath of the hip, and reach up and over this hurdle as we approach our side position, from the side to the front, from the front, our hip extension to the back, and the knee that straightens out. Hip bars. Plies for one more set here. Same thing, parallel feet to start, open up, use our balance aid as we need, or work in the center or free space if you can as well. Feet are in firsts, pull those heels together to sink low into your plie. Press energy into the floor, pulling the knees together. Pull the heels together to drive out, press away to come in. And one more repetition, pull those heels together. 5,
You're getting burned,
4,
Ian.
3, 2, now press away and grow to tall. Fondu, step out to second. Pull those heels together. Keep our hips nice and level and don't get burned, as Lauren said here, front and backs. Press energy down to go up. Cramp up those legs. Pull together. Pulling, and then slowly transitioning that drive down and away. Final repetition of our plie. Pull those heels together. Take your time.
Chest up.
Press down. Grow up. Point. Parallel. Wiggle. Folds and planks.
Oh, so much
An
easier
interesting
than
drill
hip
we can
bars.
do for our fold is to do it against the wall or a chair. And what we're trying to accomplish is I don't really touch the chair as I flex through. Converse with our hinge, where I would clearly push my
Butt
bum
back.
through the chair. So try to keep, again, the low body stacked, squeeze glutes, squeeze abs, and as Lauren is doing, let's flex. Don't race. The chin tuck, the rib cage, the pull, and the breath. Soft knees will help that a little bit. All right, plank it up.
Walking yourself out to your tall plank position. Wait a second. Let's do our side planks.
Yep.
Okay, come all the way down. Sorry, we just got on to some side planks and I really enjoyed them, so let's do them together. Come on down to the floor, lying on your side. If you have any sort of pre-existing shoulder thing going on, be mindful of that as you do this, because there is a lot of load in your shoulder. Put your elbow right under your shoulder, hips, knees out in front, knees are bent. Take your top arm, grip your bottom ribs, and pull your ribs away from the floor with your arm, but also with your muscles. Now continue using those muscles and pull those hips off the floor. With that bottom hand, feel those strong obliques down there. They're there. Feel them. That's what's pulling you up here. Stay. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you want to straighten that top leg. Let it rest on the floor for a second. Keep those hips pulled up. If you'd like, lift that top leg and hold. Butts lifted from that glute here. And pull yourself up. 3, 2, bend the top knee. Control the down. Relax. Flip over. It was like 20 seconds.
I know.
It wasn't that long.
Ton of time.
To the other elbow. Elbow under shoulder. Pack that shoulder. Keep it out of your ear. Take the top hand. Grip the ribs. Feel yourself get pulled away from the floor. Then hips continue to pull up. Lifting up here. Sky hook. Pulling those hips up. Extend that top leg if you'd like. Lift it up. Hold it. Keep lifting. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2. Top leg comes down. Safe dismount. Flip to your stomach. Let's do our push-up and then our fold. Grip the floor. Pack your shoulders. 1 solid unit push-up. And then walk your feet to your hands, hands to feet. Once you get there, slowly unragdoll yourself using your abs all the way to tall. Excellent. Some
Single leg squats.
single leg squats.
We've worked on our movement clocks, front, back, sides, clock faces on the ground, working on a single leg squat. Having a chair or something nearby could give us that security blanket we need, but there's also no requirement to get so low so quick. So, single leg squats, or instead of Jane Fondu's maybe here, just get those knees over toes for a quick second. You do it.
Jane Fonda first. Let's just bend our knees, pushing our knees over our toes. Still keep your upper body in your toaster. So head and butt stacked over top. Stand up tall. Repeat. Bend knees over toes. Can you roll up to your toes this time? And then put your heels back down and stand up. This time, roll up to your toes. Maybe use that countertop if you need it. Bend to a little bit of a low squat. Stand back up. Slowly lower. Back up again. Up. Knees bend. Little squat. This time, stay. Put your heels down. Hey, I didn't say move, Ian. Now, roll back up to your toes. Stand up. Slow lower. This time, knees over toes. Roll up to toes. Roll back down. Roll back up. Stand up. Low squat. Heels tap. Heels lift. Heels down. You up. Did that help get warmed?
Help what?
Help get your legs warmed up?
Oh, they're warm.
Yeah.
What's the warmest part of your legs? Calves?
Oh, these guys.
Squatties?
It's a little bit
Calves,
of a biased
squatties,
question.
calves, squatties. Okay, so we'll introduce our single leg squat, calling it our flamingo squat. Early in the warm-up, we were in that position as you explored our hip bar. On a single leg, keep this knee from the hip as high as you safely can and bend on a single leg. Getting towards your safe low, stand up with the power from here. Balance, holy, okay. 2 more repetitions as a maximum. Lift the knee high, sit towards low, and cramp up. Repeat one more time. Knee stays high. We go to low. Extend to tall. Return the leg to the ground. Grip it. Rest in between. This hip here being high prevents the dump of the hip out to the side. Keep tension on both sides, even if it's off the floor. Flex a hip. Keep it high. Encourage that knee to go over toe and sink low in a squat. And hop up to tall. Tension up. Repeat. Sit low in your squat.
We are not in a toaster in this squat, just so you know. The upper body
And
might
tall.
come forward a bit.
And final repetition. Knee towards over toe. Elevated leg stays high. Stand tall. Return. Shake. Push-up time. Let's use a lunge to get to the floor. Step back in your lunge. Let's take some time. Are those hips level? Take some time. Return to the floor. Leg out back. Hands in our push-ups position. Modified her from our toes. Excuse me. And for our first repetition here, let's do your full repetition, your safe full repetition of a push-up. Hands screwed in, elbows forward, armpits low, core brace, glute squeeze. Let's take a breath in. Pull to your low. And up. Press the top. Rest for a second. How'd that go?
So great.
What was the easiest part of that?
The end.
Then let's not spend time there. What was the hardest part of that?
The bottom.
Ugh. Let's spend some time there. With your chest on the floor, at the bottom's position of your press up or push up. Hands in your press ups position, toes tucked from knees or toes, scoop those hips. For up to 10 seconds, create tension.
And pull your shoulders down.
It doesn't have to move. 3, 2, 1, go. For 10, 9, 8, you're looking to hover maybe, create tension, and 2, 1, coast that away. Take a second, grip the floor. Pull the shoulders down like Lauren said. Let's connect the rib cage and the hips with a bum squeeze, and one more time of creating tension from down low, pulling the shoulders down. You don't have to go anywhere for 3, 2, relax. Get your elbows in tight. Tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling and press through those elbows to return towards that almost child's pose position. Then press to the hands, extend the hips, and can you switch which leg you came down with? For me, that's this way. So now, just nice and slow, can we come up with tension and control? Single leg squat time. Shake it out. Using that balance aid as you need, 3 repetitions, nice and slow.
Flamingos again.
Flamingos. Single leg heavy. Flex, lifting the leg of the other side. Take your time as we go towards a low position, keeping the spine long and standing tall. Repeat. Nice control down low, hands wherever that helps for balance. And again, extension through the hip to tall. Last flamingo, right side, knee towards over that toe, bum going back, and then extend to the top, return the leg to the floor. What's up?
Nothing.
Did you do it?
I just got really low.
Good. Did you do your pistol?
Yeah.
So if you did see that, that is the progression, but don't worry about that yet. Okay, flamingos first. High hip flexion on the other side. Let's go. Knee towards over toe. Get to your safe low position here. Tall. Flex this hip. Sit down on the other leg. Maybe I'm showing that this leg is harder. For me, it is. But we're owning it. Here we go. And one more time. Super slow, not fast. And then down. The wiggle. That does feel nice too. That does feel nice too. It's push-up time. Let's do one full rep. and then we'll come back up to that mid-station and spend some more time at mid-station. 1 full rep on your own count. Switch those legs in the lunge positions going down. For me, that was my left leg back now. I'm tucking under my hip, and with so much stretch on my hip flexor, with so much stretch on that hip flexor quad, my knee can touch down. Nice, I like that step out. Okay, 1 full rep of your press up, push up here. Grip the floor, elbows forward, core brace. Pull yourself low. And press, and then just relax for a second. I like to come to mid-station and hang out for our 10 seconds of tension at mid-station, approximately 90 degrees on the elbow bend. Modify as you need, hands on the floor or the bench. Elevated ottoman would be a little bit more of a beginner move. Planking, core tension, sniff,
Mid-station?
pull to mid-station and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lauren will be pressing out of this. I'm going to go to the floor. If you're with me on the floor, just rest.
Thank you.
If you're on the floor, put your elbows in tight, push your bum to the ceiling, and just walk back. Try to keep your spine in extension. One more time. Shake out those hands, press up or push up hands positions here. Screw them in, brace your core, prepare with your sniff, pulling yourself through those scapulas, shoulder blades to mid-station. Core brace for 5, 4, 3, and hop, core press. And then relax. If you're on the floor right now, let's just join me here. If we're on the floor, press through the forearms, hands underneath, extend through, alternate that lunge step. That's not alternated. And then our nice control to the top. Check it out. One more time. Holy, is that the real time?
Yep, in this room.
So that's about our 45-minute session. Wow, that went by really fast today. I'd just like to finish off kind of revisiting our side planks if we could. Maybe a get up to get there in conjunction with that movement clock, just kind of putting some of those single leg moves together. So 2 really quick sets. Here we go. Stepping forward to midnight, toe heel to the front.
Toe heel.
Pull in your straw, return center. Excuse me. Toe heel, hips facing forward, press and pull center. Foot faces lateral, hips face forward, center. Open to that new corner, press away center. Step behind, not too big, bend the back knee, and launch forward.
Launch.
Other side, toe heel, keeping those hips facing forward, press, pull. Accept, toe heel, press, pull. Toe heel, accept that landing.
I like doing this. Poo.
I love that point. Find the new corner,
Poo.
press away, toe heel to the back, bending the back knee, and extending through. Choose your side, arm over chest or overhead. 1 get up to the floor, tight, control, down, open, hinge, grip, sweep, elbow. And then 1 last time here, let's get into Lauren's side planks position.
Oh, but I like the back plank position.
With our shoulder packed, gripping down on that armpit. The cue for gripping that hand, and with the obliques, pull. Then extend through those hips. Your shoulders are stacked. Your hips are stacked. For the extra 10-second challenge, lift that leg and touch out like I am, or off the floor for advance like Lauren for 4, 3, 2, casually down. Repeat to the other side, making sure that shoulder integrity is good to support. It's not that easy on our shoulders. Free hand touches the bottom side ribs, pull up. Continue to pull and extend through the hips. And again, our shoulders are stacked, pulling that elbow to the hip, lifting away from this flame, staying away from your neighbor's feet. And for 5 more seconds, just work that side plank for 3, 2, casually down. Choose your backside, Let's get up one last time. Extend through the hip, pull on the arm, press through our tall sit, transition into our sweep, slide to tall, to a squared lunge, drive to tall, and wiggle it out. Thank you very much. Happy Friday. I'm Ian.
I'm Lauren.
This is Restore and Recharge. Lots of new programs coming up, including a little lift released this weekend. Share with your family and your friends, and thank you for joining. What'd you say? Looked like you had something to say.
No,
No,
nothing to say.
no. It
Time to
stopped
go eat
raining.
breakfast. It
We're
stopped
gonna run walk home. Have a great weekend. We'll be back for Wednesday. Programs on in the archive and on demand all the time. Thank you very much. See you later.